Okay. This is not a hard assignment. It will be at the beginning, but as I move on, you'll get it. All the problems are pretty much the same. It's really about the only like real life scenario I could relate this to. So we're going to do some geometry here, some kind of easy geometry. And here's what it says. You're designing a frame to surround a rectangular picture. The width of the frame around the picture is the same on every side. The picture is 22 by 20 inches. When they talk about a shape, what you need to do is draw the picture and then the frame that goes on the outside. It's not art class. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now, the picture inside is 22 by 20. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is go talk about this. Polynomial. Area. The area of a rectangle is the length multiplied by the width, but each factor needs to have its own parentheses on these problems. So let's talk about what our length is. The length, I need to kind of measure up to the whole thing. And then I'm going to make marking points where that middle starts and stops. So guys, from here to here is 22. From here to here is unknown, so it's x. From here to here is unknown, so it's x. So what we have, since there are two x's being added, it's not x a second, okay? It's just 2x. So 2x plus 22. It's like 1x plus 1x, okay? 1x plus 1x, and then plus the 22. Now the width, okay? So measure the width and mark where the middle stops and starts. So we know from here to here is 20, and then x and x. So I have two x's again, so it's 2x plus 20. Now that needs to be multiplied out, okay? So I have my 2x, so 2x times 2x. 2x times 20. Cross it out, and then 22 times 2x, and 22 times 20. Okay, so that's 4, and then we got to add the powers of the x. That's x to the second. 40, it's just an x. 44, that's just an x, and that is 440. Okay, so blank x to the second plus blank x plus blank. So for x seconds, I have a 4. For x's, 40, 44 is 84. Okay? And then 440. Circle that. That's part A's answer. Okay? Since I didn't know x, I multiplied out as much as I could. Now, find the combined area of the picture and the frame if the width of the frame is 4 inches. Now, what they're telling you is that those x's are 4s. Okay, so x equals 4. So drop that down. Just write 4x to the second plus 84x plus 440. There's what you do. You're going to parenthesize the x's, and you are going to put 4s over the top. So just put a 4 and a 4. So now you can take your calculator. You don't want to use the PEMDAS takes too long. Just use a calculator. So I have a 4, a parentheses 4, and close a parentheses, but we got to put a second power. So second power plus 84, and then another parentheses with a 4 plus 440. 840. So it's 840. Now when we're measuring area, it's inside of it, so it's square inches. So SQ inches, not just inches. Inches is measuring the outside of it. I'm looking at inside. Okay, next one. A rectangular trivet has a ceramic center and a wooden border. The center's 8 inches by 6 inches. So we got this center and 8 by 6. It doesn't matter which one's the 8, which one's the 6. And then around the outside. building a border. Don't know how wide the border is. So a polynomial that gives a total area of the trivet. That means this whole thing, not just the inside, the whole thing. So length times width. Okay, so the length. In the middle we have 8, and then we have x, we have x. In the middle we have 6, and then x and x. So that's 2x plus 8 for our length, and 2x plus 6 for our width. So I take 2 times 2. Both those had x's, so x, x. 2 times 6 has an x. 6 doesn't have anything. 8 times 2 doesn't have anything. That has an x. And 8 times 6. So 2 times 2 is 4. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. It's 12 with an x, and 16 with an x, and 48. Okay, so blank x to the second plus blank x plus blank. So x to the second, we got 4. For regular x, 12 plus 16 is 28. And then we have 48. Okay, now find the total actual area if they make the x 2 inches. Okay, so just drop this down here, 4x squared plus 28x plus 48, and then I parenthesize the x's, and I just put 2's in for them. Okay, because they're telling me that x equals 2. I'll put equals x. So that x I didn't know up there is now 2. So 4 times 2 to the second plus 28 times 2 plus 48. It all goes in, so 120. So it is 120 square inches. Okay, and my next one, last one I'm going to do, and then you got one. So I plan to build a walkway that surrounds a rectangular garden as shown. Well, we're going to have to show that. The width of the walkway around the garden, so we're building this walkway around it, is the same on every side. So it's x on all sides. The dimensions of the garden are 10 by 9 feet. So length times width for the area, each factor with its own parentheses. So in the middle we have 10, and then I have x and x. In the middle I have 9. I don't know how wide that is, so x and x. Again, from here to here I don't know, so that's why I have to put x at this point. So 2x plus 10 times 2x plus 9. So I box that up, and it's 2x times 2x. 2x times 9. Cross it out. 10 times 2x, and 10 times 9. So that's 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. That's 18, and then just x. That's 20, x, and 90. So blank x to the second plus blank x plus blank. So I've got 4. 18 plus 20 is 38. And then 90. Okay, find the combined area of the width of the walkway is 5 feet. So I just drop that down. And then I replace my x's with 5. So 4 parentheses 5 to the second plus 38 parentheses 5 plus 90 gives me 380. So it's in feet, so it's square feet. Okay, you got one problem. Get it done, please.